the story of a village and the miracle of rain. Long ago, in a quiet valley surrounded by mountains, there was a small village called Elam. The people of Elam were kind, hardworking, and full of hope. They farmed the land, raised animals, and lived in peace. But one year, the rain stopped coming. The skies were clear and dry for months. The crops withered, the rivers dried up, and the people began to despair. The village elders tried everything. They dug deeper wells, rationed water, and even called upon nearby towns for help. But nothing worked. The land was dying, and with it, so was their hope. In the center of the village stood an old, broken chapel. It had not been used in many years. Some of the younger villagers had never even stepped inside. But one day, a little girl named Lila walked into the chapel. Her grandmother had told her stories of how God had saved his people before, how he parted the Red Sea, fed thousands with a few loaves and fish, and how Jesus calmed the storm with just a word. Lila knelt down and prayed. She didn't ask for riches or power, just for rain and for God to help her people. A few others saw her and joined Dot. Then more came. Soon the chapel was filled with the sounds of voices crying out to God, not with anger or demands, but with faith and surrender. They prayed day after day, asking not only for rain, but for God to be with them, to guide them, and to forgive them for forgetting him in the good times. And then one morning the clouds rolled in. Dark and heavy thunder cracked across the sky. And rain, sweet, blessed rain, began to fall. Not just a drizzle, but a strong, life-giving downpour. The fields drank deeply. The rivers began to flow again. And the people of Elam wept with joy. But something had changed in them. It wasn't just the rain that saved them. It was their return to God. From that day forward, they rebuilt the chapel. They came together not only in need, but in thankfulness. They praised God in both drought and plenty. Moral of the story: God is always present, ready to help, to guide, and to save. But too often people only turn to him when they are in need. This story reminds us that miracles begin when hearts turn to God. He may not always work in the way we expect, but he is always working for good. So in times of need, in moments of fear, and even in seasons of blessing, always look up to God. Trust him, seek him, and know that his love never fails. As it says in Psalm 121:1-2, I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Let your miracle begin with faith.